Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Enter the Gungeon with DogAndPony. I'm DogAndPony and this is Enter the Gungeon. Today we're going to be doing a run as the Marine. Or probably a couple of runs as the Marine, unless things go exceptionally well. Let's run on up to the Gungeon and jump right in. Maybe we'll find some of those rocket-propelled bullets, whatever it was, that we purchased in the last episode. In the new store that we have in the breach. Oh man, okay, that was pretty bad. Right off the bat, taking a hit. But it was from a book that I didn't know was there, so I think that's a little bit more excusable than pretty much any other enemy. Except maybe this summoner, but since I know the summoner is here, I'm not gonna let myself get hit by him. Take out this little minion guy first. Oh, I guess the summoner died at some point. Don't know exactly when, but that's just fine with me. Let's keep moving. Oh, grenade bat. Gotta stay out of his explosion range. Dodge this. Just get behind the wall. No point in risking jumping over those yet. We're not super skilled there, so might as well hide when we can. He is dead. That was easier than I was expecting it to be. Let's keep moving. I don't know how in the world we're going to circle all the way back to here on this floor. It looks like the layout's going to be pretty interesting. It's a shame we lost our armor so soon, but at least we started with the armor as the Marine. And I'd love to get another gun, something a little more powerful, more potent, if you will. I have now taken some damage to my actual health. I don't think there's a significant difference between losing armor versus losing health, but it still feels better to have full health at any given point, even if it does mean we've lost the armor that we had. So I'm a little disappointed. I think that door was a little upset that it got shot. Yeah, look at that. The doors react to taking bullets. Can I dive over the tables? I don't know. Oh, man. Okay. No more of that. That is not going to happen again. We are going to take out this grenade before he gets too close, and we're going to take out these marges. This is not good so far, but we could get lucky, pick up something that prevents us from needing to take any more damage here. And maybe even get a flawless boss fight. We're getting better and better at the Bullet King fight, so kind of hoping we get that, but I'd also like to gain some experience fighting the other bosses and maybe beat a boss that isn't the Bullet King. We might have beaten the bird in the last episode. Having a hard time remembering who that was. But I have a pretty good feeling that we've only actually beaten the Bullet King so far. Jump over this. I want to be able to have this wall to hide behind. That Bizarro Marge was trying to not let me do that, but I managed to dodge all of his or her shots and get through there no problem. This feels like a room that I really should have taken damage on, just based on my abilities. So I'm glad to have gotten through most of it without having that happen, because that means maybe the damage I've already taken isn't going to be so bad for me. Yeah, best case scenario, I just never get hit. So that's unlikely at the beginning. So I'll get better as we go. What did we get here? A muscle relaxant we loosened up. Sounds interesting. What does it actually do for us? Whoa. Rocket-powered bullets has joined the shootout. This is what we bought at the end of the last episode. And this is just to let us know that we've unlocked them. What's this? Greatly increases accuracy. These anxiolytic, probably butchered that, drugs are favored by long-distance snipers, especially in the cold. They won't get rid of shaking hands entirely, but are more effective than holding your breath. That's good. That's a good thing to have. I guess accuracy might not be the best thing for me because I do tend to have a more spray and pray style aiming technique, if you could call it that. But What's the blue book? Is that different? Whoa! I don't know if that was actually different, but it felt like he does a little different than the red book does. I'd like a different gun, though having just this one with infinite ammo isn't so bad. It makes it so I don't have to make strategic decisions about when and why I should be switching the weapons out. Free chest! It didn't even cost a key. What did we get here? Scope, steady aim. This seems like it's all about accuracy. This run so far. A standard scope increases accuracy. That's pretty cool. It's a passive item, so I assume it applies to all of our guns. And we're just gonna keep exploring. Maybe get something that helps us do more direct damage rather than just relying on being able to hit more readily. I'm not noticing too much of a difference in the accuracy just yet, but I'm not gonna say it's not there. All right. Again, I don't necessarily take a ton of time to properly aim, so accuracy is not the biggest boon I could receive, but I'm not gonna, you know, insult it. I'm not gonna say it's not a good thing. It's definitely good to have. And this will be a good run for me to practice aiming more readily. Aim while I dodge. That's going to be the biggest thing that'll contribute to long-term success in any run. Being able to do more than one thing at a time and being able to do them both right. All right, we got a dead end there. Let's just go right down and see if this circles around to that dead end. It looks like it is going to. Maybe a little bit of an unnecessary dodge roll, but I'd rather do it and have not needed to than not do it and get hit. Okay, that was an easy clear. Anything in these up here? No, nothing. Okay, this is a pretty narrow room, and I could see how it could be a little bit hard to get through, but the enemies weren't tough at all. This is our way to our dead end here. Got this bird and a summoner, which are two pretty challenging enemies. Luckily, as long as you can take out the bird quickly, they won't be able to hurt you because they do have pretty low health. But if you leave them alive or if there's other things in the way, those cluster shots can be tough to dodge. I think that Bizarro Marge just spawned right on top of me, and that is disappointing because I did take a hit. Another free chest here. I got the Phoenix, and I was reborn in flame. I've had this before, but I didn't make good use out of it. Unfortunately, I can't get into that just because I don't have any keys, but I'm sure I'll find one, and I'm definitely going to be able to afford one if there's one on sale in our shop. Let's keep exploring. Hopefully find our merchant sooner rather than later, so I could get to that chest and maybe get something good out of it. Gonna prop that table up. I can't believe this guy has not died yet. He's on fire. He's been hit a dozen or more times. Oh, jeez. I did dodge roll there, just not in time to avoid getting hit. Here's our merchant. Maybe we'll be able to buy some health from him. Health and a key. Health and a key. That is on sale. We might be doing okay. Heavy boots, 35. Don't know what they do. Shades revolver, 45. Don't know what it does. I can't afford it, but I'd rather purchase a key. That's going to cost 55 altogether. I think the heart is more important in the short term. We'll get the key when we get, what is it, 9 more? 9 more monies. We'll be picking up our key from the merchant and going back to that chest. This is our boss fight, so we may not have an opportunity to do what I just described there. Nothing to do but jump into it. At least nothing I can think of. Let's go in. Maybe we will pick up a little currency. Maybe there's a little bit of randomness to what the boss can drop. If we could pick up 9 more, that would be fantastic, but I don't think it's in the cards for us. This is the easiest first level boss. We're gonna take him out. That won't be a problem. I guarantee we are moving on to the next floor here. We're using our Phoenix here. Did get hit. A little disappointed. I think that guy freaks out if you hit him, and there's a good chance. Okay. Maybe I won't be moving on here. I got a little too cocky. That is it. That is the end of this run. But I'll start up another one as soon as we get the opportunity. And Boom! We're right back in. I do think the Marine is probably the easiest character. At least for my playstyle. Flip that up. Jump over here. I lost my shield, but I managed to take out 2 of them in the process. I dodged. I think you do take contact damage from enemies. They are bullets. It makes sense. But it's a little disappointing when you do what I thought was an okay dodge and then end up hitting enemies directly instead of just letting them hit you and keep on firing. But again, the armor that I lost took them out, and that's fine with me. All we can hope for here is incremental improvement across our runs. Some might be worse than others, and that's fine, as long as we just keep trending toward victory. This is a long hallway here, long and dark. And there's some combat at the end of it. I was hoping for maybe a nice item or something. Something more helpful than just a bunch of slime balls. Never know what we might get when the room ends, though. Maybe pick up a new set of armor or something. I don't even know if it's possible to have multiple sets of armor. That's something I haven't encountered yet. The opportunity to pick up a second one when I already have one. I'm sure they can stack pretty readily, but I don't know if there's like a max quantity that you can hold, or if there's a maximum number of hearts that you can have and still be able to pick up armor. That's 2 things here. We've got this snowballer, may contain rocks. Sounds good. Sounds like we're gonna be able to freeze enemies in place and also have a shot at doing a little extra damage if the shot has a rock. And we'll come back for this health if we need it in the future. Right now we have only been hit once. We lost our armor, but we haven't lost any actual health. Take this guy out. Yeah, he's a little bit frozen there. Alright. New wave spawning. Not going to be a problem for us. This is a pretty dope gun. Yeah, that Marge there was frozen in place. I don't know if you saw that. I was trying to focus on the other bullet guy, but the Marge Simpson looking enemy was just stuck there, and it was able to thaw out and move shortly after. But see that? See how he can't shoot anymore? That's super useful. Hopefully it has the same effect on a boss fight and doesn't lose potency in that case. I did just accidentally shoot down our cover. Isn't great. Alright. Okay. Some pretty effective dodging there. There are grenades coming at me from both sides here, but I managed to avoid being hit. Gotta reload. Take out these 2, and we'll be able to move on. Hopefully find a chest pretty soon. Our second one, or, you know, a key for it. I don't know what I'm hoping for out of a shop right now. I don't really have enough money to spend in one. That's not a big deal. I've only gotten 7 casings, money, whatever they are. Oh. The book was covered up by the bullet, and I didn't... at first I thought that bullet had a gun that shot the book style shots, and I was very confused because I had never seen that before. I was wondering if maybe the more progress we make, the harder each floor gets, which would be pretty bad for me because I'm not great at these first floors yet, so it's still a challenge for me just to get to the second floor, and if the first floor becomes harder because I've done so, that would be a little disappointing. That's not actually the case though, at least not yet. It just happened that there was a book underneath that bullet guy, or near enough to him that I couldn't see him. We did find our second treasure chest, but without a key to get into it, it's effectively useless. There's no switches in here, there's no chandeliers to drop on this guy. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We're gonna be able to take him out. I don't think he's gonna hit us. We're ready to dodge if we have to. He's gone. Oh, there is more waves here. Gotta take out this grenade guy. He was getting pretty close to me. A little nerve-wracking there. This room really seems like it could contain some secrets. If you've already commented and told me on a previous video, there's no need to comment again. I record multiple of these videos in a day and release them one a day. So, but if I don't know yet, or if you haven't seen anyone tell me, and there is a secret in those rooms with the fireplaces there, let me know what's up. And it'll be a big help moving forward in the newer videos. as I go. Alright. Just the most basic enemies in here. But that guy might have had a headband on, making him special. Yeah, it looks like his corpse right there does have like some sort of headband or something. I don't know if that changed anything about how he behaves, but he was still pretty easy to kill, so I'm not worried about encountering more of him in the future. I've seen them before. It's not like this is new to me or anything. I just didn't notice it right away. Alright, he's hiding behind a table. It's cool how the bullets are actually capable of taking cover and like shooting from around it. I wonder if we have controls that would allow us to like quickly get in and out of cover without walking, like crouching behind cover and then hitting a button to move out, but then if we let go, we move back in. I'm gonna try to probably a little wasted effort there. I was trying to hit the switch to drop the chandelier. The bullets ended up just hitting enemies anyway, so it wasn't a huge loss, but probably a bad strategy to try to go for when there is just so much around me at any given moment. Still don't have a new key. Would like to get one. Have enough to buy one if we find our shop. Here's our boss fight. We'll be back for this later on. We're not quite ready to jump into that yet. We'll be going to this room up here, so there's nowhere really to teleport to that'll bring us any closer to it. Hit that in case I accidentally do it later and hurt myself. Don't need any stupid, embarrassing moments like that. Not when I'm already stupid, embarrassing enough in the standard gameplay. Let's pop that up. That saved us a dodge right there. Just was able to get behind cover at the last second. Okay, no problem here. Still doing just fine. I haven't taken any hits since the first one that took my shield away, my armor. But with these marges in here, I could easily get hit. With their fires out of sync like that, it'd be hard to just dodge right over those. I don't think it's a scenario, because I can move right around it, that I would need to use a blank in. But if I do get hit, that's just part of doing business here. Not a problem. Speaking of doing business, we did find our shopkeeper, merchant, whatever you want to call him. I don't think he's been given an official name in the game itself. I'm sure if I were to look at a wiki or something, I'd find what he's actually called, but that's just fine. Winchester rifle. Ooh, litchy. I'm gonna say litchy because it's itchy, but litchy trigger finger 35, or the Winchester rifle for 35. Have I seen this before? I'm not sure. There's a key that I'm gonna pick up because it's cheaper. I can actually afford to get the key, unlike the other things there. I'm gonna teleport over here because it's our closest spot to this chest. I think there's still health on the ground in a few places that I haven't needed to pick up yet. What do we have? Oh! Okay, now I need health. This is a mimic, a concept from Dungeons & Dragons where the chest turns out to actually just be an enemy that looks like a chest. I've never encountered one here. I didn't even know they existed in this game. And this fight, looks like this thing has tons of health, but it does drop an item when we're done with it. Rocket-powered bullets, faster bullets. This is our second game since unlocking those, and we already picked them up. That's pretty cool. I'm happy to have them. I believe it's a passive effect that we'll have on all of our weapons. And now I need to go back. That was an unexpected event. The mimic there. I seriously didn't even know that they existed in the game, and all of a sudden one's attacking me. So I took a little bit of damage that I'm not ashamed of at all. That's something that, you just gotta live and learn. I don't even know if that was avoidable, to be honest. Should I be more cautious about it in the future? Absolutely, but is there a way to avoid that burst shot? I have no idea. My bullets do appear to move faster. I think I dodged into that shot rather than away from it, which is a little disappointing. There's a handful more rooms here, or at least I'm guessing this is going to be two hallways to the same room. It looks like that is the case. Or actually, just one hallway that connected these two rooms I'd already been into. I think the only thing we can do here is fight our boss, but I will check our shop again just in case there's something we could pick up here that'll be helpful. I can't afford the full heart. I don't even have enough space in my health bar for it. Not that it would be a bad idea to buy it if I had the money, but then again, it might be. We're gonna jump into our boss fight, teleport right on over, and see how it goes. This is the Gatling Gull. I've yet to beat this super buff bird. He has a very long cutscene. Oh, I was able to skip it. I just hit a key to skip the cutscene if that was confusing to you. I've tried that before and it's never seemed to work. But it is a thing, so I'll probably be using that in the future if it's a boss I've fought a dozen times already. New bosses I'll be watching the cutscenes for. Old bosses I'll be skipping. That seems fair to me. I hope you agree. There are switches we could hit to drop chandeliers. He did just drop one, not on me, but near me. I'm not doing so great here. I'm gonna use a blank real quick. I haven't even gotten half of his health off yet. He's hit me 3 times. Not looking great. The outlook here is pretty bleak. You know what we should do though? Switch to our snowballer here. We've got 1 hit left. I'm not great at moving around and switching weapons at the same time. Reaching that key with my pinky while trying to still steer around on WASD isn't the easiest thing to do. Maybe I'll remap those controls, or maybe I'll just learn to deal with it. We're gonna do another restart here. That snowballer would have come in handy if I'd remembered to switch to it sooner, and while I'm not ashamed of losing a little health to the Mimic, definitely ashamed that I forgot to switch weapons. That's another book guy. He's a pain, but we've bested him. Alright, easy first room. We're moving on. Gonna try to blast right through this and get to our boss fight. If I do well in this run, this is gonna be a pretty long episode. But if I hadn't restarted, it would have been a little too short for my taste. So we're doing it. Might end up being like a 30-minute long episode, and that's not a problem. Could be even longer. And I don't mind it. Alright. I think I'm doing a much better job dodging this time around than I was near the end of that last run. So, not bad. Oh, forgot that he was going to burst into shots. One more guy up here. Maybe another. There was like a bat flying around, but looks like he's already gone. Maybe the bat took care of himself in some way. I don't think it was a kamikaze bat, but I'm cool with it either way. Want to have a little area in which I can dodge around. Don't want anyone behind me while I'm trying to avoid things coming at me from the front. So I think I made a good decision there on who to take out first. Anyone else in this room? Yes. Just a Dark Knight. These guys used to be a big problem for me. I think I'm getting used to them now. Alright. I did do a side dodge on that, but it worked out fine. Again, front dodges, as long as you're not directly in the center of their shots, are better than trying to jump off to the side. Hey, our boss fight, which we found right away, is going to be saved for later. There's not a lot of teleporters around here yet. Kind of a pain to maneuver around this map that's been generated, but that's just fine. Let's go all the way back and start clearing out these rooms we left behind. Here's our merchant. We don't have a whole lot of money to spend, but we might be able to pick something up, or at least get an idea of what's for sale. What's over here? Oh, that's just another room to go into. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen one of those sewer grate things where we could drop something down. I don't have an extra weapon. This is an oiled cylinder. I bet that's a faster reload time. And this is a lodestone ammolet. I bet that increases clip size in all weapons or something like that. Just guesses, but they seem reasonable enough. Let's go in here. See what's going on in this direction. Maybe I was gonna say maybe a item room, but not yet. I think we'll get one before we leave this branch. That is the first damage I've taken in this run yet, and I'm feeling okay about that. It was a poor play on my part there, but The first poor play I had came pretty far into the floor. And that ain't bad. It ain't good, but it ain't bad. Alright. This is one of those rooms with the painting in it, and yet there are enemies spawning. I think I've seen that before, but I've never really put 2 and 2 together on that. I'm not going to say this is the first time I've encountered a painting room that also had enemies, just that I've never really made the connection. That maybe these aren't super secret or super special in any way, they're just kind of here and sometimes they're empty. But then again, still would appreciate to learn more. This should be an item room or something. Hopefully we don't get another mimic, though I think I could handle it if we did. Let's get out of the way. Okay. This is a Shaka Cola. We got a speed up. It's a gun-themed Shaka Cola, which is another thing from something else that I don't remember. Highly caffeinated. Save the cap. Can do. Let's keep going. Okay, that's a speed upgrade. We now run a little bit faster. Obvious usefulness. We're going to teleport back to our boss fight because it's the closest thing to the rest of the floor. Pretty far away, but we haven't really gotten any other teleporters yet. Hopefully there will be one in this room, but I think we're nearing the end of our exploration, so not going to be a huge deal. And our speed up makes it a little less inconvenient. A little more convenient if you want to be concise about it. Gonna reload, hide behind this wall. Okay. I'm probably going to check out our shop one more time before we go to the boss fight, as I usually do. Just for safety's sake, really. Nice dodge there, if I do say so myself. And I do. Let's do this. Yeah. I dodge rolled into the table, which means I didn't go anywhere, but I did manage to get above the bullets. Is there only one of these guys left? I feel like I haven't seen a second volley of shots in a while. But I don't recall taking one out. I guess it might have just happened with a stray bullet that went off screen, or right as I shot him, I was pretty far away from him or something. Who knows? You might. Let's keep moving. Okay. This is an easy room. Just one ghost guy. Maybe more waves. Yep. But still easy enemies. I'm getting used to these first floor enemies. I'm just not getting used to the boss fights as well as I should. This is the Mega Dowser. I wonder if I can put out this fire. I can put out torches. Probably doesn't do much for me, but it's a nice aesthetic effect. I'm gonna do it maybe another couple times and see how that goes. Alright. I don't know how well this gun actually works, but it is like a continuous stream that has a pretty substantial knockback effect. It seems like it takes quite a lot to actually kill enemies, but it has a huge capacity, so I'm not too worried about wasting it. I wonder if it could also put out like the flames from an enemy Molotov. Like if we could Bullet King, he has those big fire circles. I wonder if we could put it out. Still don't know if he can be damaged by his own fire circles. That is yet to be determined. Let's go back to the shop. Do we want to buy the oiled cylinder or the lodestone, or do we want to buy a key? Key is cheaper. It'll save money for the next floor, which I am hoping to get to. Let's do this. Let's teleport back to our chest here, or as close as we can get to it. All right. I don't think I opened up the shortcut back, so it would have been a waste of time to teleport to that one and maybe have a little shorter of a path. But ooh, this looks new. Moonscraper. Beow. What is the description here? I need a little heads up. This powerful laser was designed to carve moon rock at high speed during terraforming projects. That sounds pretty cool. And we're going to use it going into our boss fight here. We're pretty low on currency. We don't have enough to pick up either of those items, do we? I think they're 35, both of them. 45 and 35. Okay. But I need 6 more if I wanted to pick those up. I'll crush this stuff real quick because these guys kind of mean to me sometimes. Okay. Gonna go back to our boss fight. Could have just hit E there, but that's fine. Nothing to lose sleep over. It's, once again, the Gatling Gull. We keep fighting him, and we will... Holy crap! Oh, that is so cool. I honestly was expecting like a short burst laser kind of deal. I'm stunned and happy. This might be a little distracting when it comes to dodging, but look at it just carving away at his health. Pretty wonderful. I can shoot him from all the way across the map, and it bounces off of him. If there were other enemies in the room, that would be pretty great. There aren't any, and that's fine too. Not going to complain about this amazing weapon we've gotten. Got to do a quick dodge there. He shot me with one of those earlier. I didn't see it coming. It's like one big ball that bursts into bullets. Playing a little too much Isaac maybe. And yeah, it did do some damage to me. I think I've been hit twice in this fight. Maybe 3 times. But I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to get through this. Where is he? He's over in this corner. I think I took a little bit of his health off. There he is. Alright, dodge these missiles. Don't want to get hit again. Trying to damage him from across the map. Well, I could just wait it out for a couple seconds. And we have killed the Gatling Gull for the very first time in my recollection. We got some health back up. This is Hegemony credit, accepted galaxy-wide. Those are what we use to purchase permanent upgrades, which we could then find in the... What is happening? In the shop back at the breach. Wow. Okay, that was weird. Didn't seem to actually be anything other than an aesthetic effect. Just a nice little death animation for that guy. Mahogany, 100% organic. Pretty cool. Still don't have enough to buy anything from the shop. It was a 35 minimum. I do want to check it out. There could be something. One of the small things like armor. No, just half a heart. Not interested. Some ammo. Still not interested. Let's get rolling onto the Gungeon proper. This is going to be a long episode. We're already at 32 minutes here. And I won't complain if you won't. All right. So I think the hole that I fell down here last time around that I was really confused about was just where this elevator had been. I fell down the elevator shaft and I was really confused by it. Yeah, it doesn't hurt me to go down here, right? Yeah, not a problem. So this is just an elevator shaft. I don't know if we can like use this as a shortcut if we get some special item or something like that. It's not a special room in any sense like I thought it might be. It's just the elevator shaft. That's fine. I don't know what this gun is. It's the new one I picked up. Oh my goodness! I think I managed to make it over that. I jumped into a spike pit, but I actually managed to not get hurt because yeah, use a blank there. I did get hit there. I used a blank and got hit anyway. Little bad for me, but oh man. Okay, gonna pick up this ammo, of course. That refills. Ammo mahogany refilled? Did that not refill? Oh, it didn't refill my moonscraper or my mega dowser. That's a shame. I didn't realize it only did your currently held weapon. Oh, that was a big waste. I hadn't even used very much of that ammo yet. I've never seen one of these before. This is like a platformer type thing. It's not it's so far I've only really seen the shoot 'em up style aspects of the game. I haven't seen anything platformery like this. So this is news to me that this even exists. Oh crap. I'm gonna have to jump over to this. That's the only way to get through here. Gotta wait for it to come around and those spikes to not be present, unless I could shoot them or something. Okay. Oh, this is where I'm gonna die, isn't it? Just because I'm not great at these platforming mechanics here? Oh no! I got one more shot. What just happened? What on earth just happened? I was killed by a pit. And that's the end of today's episode. I was killed by a pit, jumping into it. I'll return to the breach real quick. And I had a full heart of health left, and somehow I lost the whole thing jumping into the pit. Maybe I hit a button or something without meaning to. Oh well, we'll be back tomorrow with a pilot run. That's all for now. But thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next episode.